This is a trade review on pound Kiwi or pound New Zealand dollar that I took yesterday, and it has already closed me out for a full 1% loss. I posted it to my Instagram and at the time of the entry and said I would do a video covering how it closed, and it closed fairly quickly for a loss. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over it. On the daily chart, you can see um, these two really good horizontal lines that have been respected for quite some time. Up here on the weekly, you can see there's some good there's some good levels, and at the time of the entry, this daily chart has now made a lower low, a lower high, and it's looking like it's going to be trending down from here. But this had been going down all the way to the support and resistance for almost, over a month. So close to a month. So it needed a pullback, and this is just a really good level, and so I was wanting to get in. There was some nice risk reward. I'll show you on the lower time frames, and I was just wanting to bring it back up to around 0.382 retracement, and this 50 EMA. My target was set a little above 0.382, but I was managing it. I was going to watch it at this level. I just didn't want to the trade to close if there was still some good momentum. So I was just planning on watching it up to this 0.382. It's looking like it still might get back up there to the 50 EMA. There was some news yesterday that I was aware of. The pound had a rate announcement at 6 a.m. today. So I got in it yesterday, Wednesday, around noon my time. So, there's a good, almost 20 hours, 18 hours until the news announcement. So I wanted to get in it, and I was going to watch it. And as you can see, go back to the daily. This is where I got in right here. Let me go back down to the lower time frames. You can see the lower time frames. There's a nice trend line on the 1 hour, which is also showing up pretty well on the 4 hour, and it was getting squeezed pretty good, decelerating. Really had a good support line here with a solid 4 touches, and once it broke this trend line and retested the 50 EMA and had a little bit of momentum, you can see right here on the 5-minute chart, this is where I got in. The 5-minute entry wasn't great, but I was really liking the daily and just this pattern on the 1 hour, and you can see it moved up pretty well, and then right whenever that news announcement came in, it just came down and took me out for a full loss, which is why you got to just be aware of the news announcements. I was aware the two negatives for this trade for me were the news announcements the next day, the pound rate announcement, and then this 4 hour 50 EMA, which has been holding very strong. It's been holding price very well here. It was acting as support here, then resistance. So I knew this was a negative, and I was not watching it live during the news announcements, but I did see this momentum the night after I entered, and it still was not far enough away from the 50 EMA for me to push my stop up to break even. So I just left full risk on the table And as you can see right here at 6 a.m., which is right when the bank rate was announced, that's whenever the trade was closed via stop order on my broker. So now it's I still like it for a long. I don't think I'm going to get back in it. I'll probably just wait for this pullback and see what a short is looking like. Um, the monthly over here, you can see it's got some pretty strong uh, bearish pressure, which I was aware of. Whenever I took this, I was just trying to do a quick pullback to 0.382, which you can see my position size was at 6% potential trade. So I was fine with the negative factors just given the risk reward. Now it's looking like, let me enlarge this 4-hour. So this is the trend line I had on the 1-hour. It's looking like there's obviously the 4-hour 50 EMA is being respected. Looks like it's forming a stronger 4-hour trend line now. But once this gets broken and retested, I don't think there's going to be enough risk reward for me to enter a trade to take it long, just given this is a daily pullback. This could also just be considered a range since there's not really a strong trend going on. But if you look at this as a head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then the neckline, it's looking very bearish. So again, this was just a quick pullback, more of a advanced entry, not really following a trend, but I liked how everything was lining up, especially on this daily, just looked really clean, and the 1-hour and 4-hour charts, how it was really decelerating. I really liked that, and the risk reward ratio for a pullback. This is a 60 pip stop, and you can see it was protected by the stop was protected by the 1-hour 50 EMA, and it was protected by the 0.618 fib. So overall, still a good trade. The 4-hour 50 just held, and that news just really affected the price whenever that came out. Whenever I went to bed and I saw this bullish momentum, I was hoping that a lot of times the news will kind of confirm the technicals and keep moving up. But in this case, it was a full loss. So got a couple other trades running right now, and when those close, I will post a video on those most likely, just to give you all some other examples of live trades. So if y'all have any questions on this, or if y'all see some of your own insight that you want to post and talk about below, just comment below and I will respond.